accidentally encountering the campus bell during a walk on campus. Everyone around was trying to dissuade her. But you picked up a guitar and started singing. Just when everyone thought you were trying to ride the wave of attention. A miraculous scene unfolded. At that moment, on the rooftop of a teaching building, a breathtakingly beautiful girl was teetering on the edge. Below, students and teachers were gathered, all looking very anxious. And on a rapidly moving high-speed train, a beautiful woman was repeatedly dialing a phone number. Fortunately, this time it finally connected. Honey, please don't do anything rash. It's all Mom's fault. Mom is already on the train back to Yangcheng. Wait for Mom. Please wait for Mom. Before Gu Lanji could finish speaking, her eyes were already red and she was choked with sobs. And on the other end of the phone was none other than the campus belle, Lin Yu-chan, about to jump. Her eyes were completely blank, seemingly unable to feel her mother's heightened emotions at all. Mom, I already told you. I'll give you a maximum of 1 hour. I really can't hold on for much longer. It turns out that just 20 minutes ago, Lin Yu-chan had called her mother and told Gu Lanji her decision. Gu Lanji could hear the determination in her daughter's voice. She knew that she couldn't stop her daughter over the phone. That's when she told her daughter to give her some time. And precisely because of this reason, Lin Yuchen didn't choose to end her life in a hurry. Gu Lanji was still begging bitterly on the phone. But no matter how much she cried, Lin Yuchen remained blank-eyed, as if she couldn't hear at all. The phone hung up. The crowd downstairs was also growing larger and larger. Just then, Lin Yuchen noticed several boys walking downstairs with guitars and other equipment. What are they trying to do? Sing at the place where I'm about to jump to attract an audience? But it doesn't matter. I'm going to die anyway. Giving these shameless people some hype isn't a big deal. Just, how come there's the outline of a face among those boys? It seems a bit familiar. But it's not important. He's not interested in anything right now. It's as if a piece is missing from his brain. An area called happiness, leaving him only with a bleak and bitter despair. Even medication can't alleviate it. He really can't hold on any longer. Downstairs. You are already under the help of a few good buddies. Get the equipment ready. The instant you heard the campus bell was going to jump, you had already made this decision. The surrounding students noticed this scene, and they all stirred up. What's up with this guy? He wouldn't be thinking of singing here, would he? This kid's crazy. Seeking attention without considering the occasion. Even more who couldn't stand it. Walked directly to you guys. I say, you guys got a problem? So desperate to be famous? Looking at these few guys with a bit of temper, you also feel very helpless. Guys, you've misunderstood. I'm not trying to be famous and become an internet celebrity. I actually mainly want to sing to save people. It's just a pity. Don't even mention that these guys who came over don't believe you. Even your good brothers beside you are very skeptical. I say, Chen Zi. Why don't you just forget it? Really. I just feel like this isn't good. It might even lead to something big. If these good brothers didn't all know your temperament and nature, knowing that you're definitely doing it with good intentions, they would never have helped you move the equipment. Hearing his good brothers all advising him, you just feel even more helpless. Old Zhu, Howsy. You guys believe me. I definitely have a way to save Lin Yuchen. That original song I chose is definitely very suitable for Lin Yuchen right now. And Lin Yuchen definitely needs this song right now. Hearing you say that, those few boys who just came over just felt like this kid in front of them was possessed. Old Zhu and Howsy also felt a headache coming on. But they didn't know what to say anymore. And just then, the college's academic affairs director came over with a few teachers. They also walked over here. The director said directly, the problem is that you kid are likely to do more harm than good. What if Lin Yuchen hasn't decided to jump yet? And then she hears you sing. And suddenly gets stimulated and jumps? Hearing these words, you didn't know how to explain it even more. You couldn't just say you have a system, right? Helplessly. You could only lower your head temporarily. Seeing you silent, the director quickly continued. Quickly pack up all your equipment. Stop thinking about messing around. After speaking, he turned to his colleagues next to him and asked, hasn't the emergency call been made already? Why haven't the rescue team arrived yet? This is really making me anxious. Let's go. We'll go up and take a look too. Watching the backs of the teachers leaving, Old Zhu reached out and tugged at your arm. Chen Zi. Let's pack up the equipment. The Dean of Academic Affairs has already spoken. But you still shook your head. Can't pack up. I'm starting to sing now. I will definitely cure Lin Yuchen's depression. This completely stunned the people around. Damn. Is this kid really crazy? He's even talking about treating depression. And Old Zhu couldn't help but reach out and touch your forehead. Damn. You don't have a fever. Why are you talking nonsense? You felt even more speechless. It's your own fault for saying what's on your mind in the heat of the moment. Curing illness with singing? Who the hell would believe that? But you can't worry about that now. You picked up the guitar and started tuning it directly. Several strong boys next to you couldn't hold back. They were about to rush over and snatch your guitar. But just at this moment, the siren of the rescue vehicle sounded outside the college gate. After evacuating the crowd, they began setting up the rescue air cushion. But after Lin Yuchen saw this scene from upstairs, she suddenly turned to look at the side. At the teachers who were trying to persuade her. Can you please tell them to stop setting up that air cushion? If they keep doing it, I'll jump now. Wen Yan. The teachers present were shocked again. Lin. You can't be so impulsive. You are still young. How can you disregard your life like this? Trust the teacher. You have a long future ahead of you. There will be many good things waiting for you in the future. Will there really be many good things in the future? Lin Yuchen's beautiful, glass-like eyes remained empty. Freshly stained. It's a pity that beauty always belongs to others. She has completely lost the ability to feel beauty now. Lin. Think of your mother. Your mother definitely wouldn't be able to accept it either. Stop talking. Lin Yuchen personally interrupted the kind teacher's words. I will jump before that air cushion is set up. If you really want to help me, go tell them that. Stop messing around. I won't let anyone interrupt me today. Hearing Lin Yuchen's words, and seeing the persistence on her pretty face, one of the teachers hesitated for a moment, and finally dialed the number of a colleague downstairs. The news quickly reached the ears of the rescue team downstairs. The captain of the rescue team immediately became anxious. How much does this little girl want to die? No way. I'm going up there to take a look. So young, why think of something so bad, having suicidal thoughts? Then she hurriedly led people towards the entrance of the teaching building. But as she passed by you, her steps also noticeably paused. What are you guys doing? Didn't you see a girl upstairs trying to jump off the building? And you're setting up so many messy things here. I'm warning you. Don't mess around. If something really happens, you will also be held legally responsible. After saying this, the captain instructed one of the team members. Xiao Zhang, you keep an eye on this. Make these kids get rid of all this mess. Wen Yan, you're somewhat at a loss. Why is it so difficult to save a life? But you still don't want to give up. Uncle, wait a minute. I have a way to save her. I really have a way. Just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes is enough. Wen Yan. That rescue team leader just glanced at you. I think you're just desperate to live. And then hurriedly took people upstairs. And the rescue team member Xiao Zhang, who was left behind by her, also looked at you in disbelief. So young. Why do you always want to resort to crooked ways? So she scolded. Quickly take away all this mess. You really have no way this time. The new rescue team leader said it very clearly. You don't want to risk taking a few good brothers with you. At the same time, you also learned from others that Lin Yuchen is still waiting for her mother. Then you still have a chance. If it really develops to an uncontrollable step, then you can find a chance to tinker with it again. Thinking of this, you temporarily chose to compromise. Okay. Let's put away all the equipment first. Hearing what you said, Lao Zhu, Haozi, and the others also breathed a sigh of relief. As a result, just as a few people packed up their equipment and prepared to leave, you heard whispers from the girls next to you again. Lin Yuchen's truly pitiful aspects are many. I heard her parents divorced. Before she was even born. Her father was a terrible drug addict, who would throw tantrums for no reason. Lin Yuchen was raised by her grandmother since she was little. But when she was 5 years old, her grandmother, who loved her most, also passed away. Luckily, her terrible drug addict father seemed to have been beaten to death. But more unfortunately, after that, she was left with only a mother who was busy all day and rarely seen. Oh my God, she's so pitiful. Another girl exclaimed in surprise. How come we've never heard of these things? How could we normally hear about such things? Lin Yuchen already has depression. If all these things were known, and people talked about it every day, wouldn't Lin Yuchen want to live even less? But she's really, really pitiful. No wonder her face can look so heartbreaking. Listening to these words, your heart trembled even more. At the same time, it strengthened your determination to save her. As your thoughts drifted, you and your roommates had already returned to the dorm. Old Zhu said, catching his breath. Okay, we're all set now that we've put these things down. Let's go, Chen Zi. Let's go back and take another look. You shook your head slightly and said in a low voice. You guys go. I want to lie down in the dorm for a while alone. Hearing you say that, your roommates also know you must be feeling bad. So they didn't try to persuade you further. They all left. And after they really went out, you immediately changed your previous gloomy state. And immediately packed up your equipment and set off again. But this time you will be very careful. And you will never be as noticeable as before. But at this moment, on the roof of the college teaching building, Lin Yuchen looked at the time on her phone again. And called Gu Lanji again. While sitting on the bullet train, constantly weeping. And constantly checking her phone, Gu Lanji answered the phone immediately. Daughter, daughter. Mom is almost to Yangcheng. Wait for mom. You must wait for mom. Unfortunately, despite Gu Lanji's bitter pleas, Lin Yuchen still had that empty, wooden look. Her little face, with its unique fragile and delicate air, remained completely still, as if it would never show any other expression changes. Mom, I've already said. I can only hold on for one more hour at most. And now, the time has come. Hearing Lin Yuchen's voice, devoid of any emotion, Gu Lanji on the other end of the phone was even more frantic. Desperate. Daughter, daughter, don't. You can't do this to mom. You can't do this to mom. Give mom a little time. Give mom a little more time. Gu Lanji was still pleading. But Lin Yuchen had already hung up the phone. Time. Did you ever give me a little time before? Now. Time has become synonymous with pain in my eyes. What good would it do to give you more time? More time. Would only make our mother and daughter even more miserable, right? Thinking this, the phone slipped weakly from Lin Yuchen's hand, making a crisp sound. Little girl. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. You're still young. You have a bright future ahead of you. Seeing that the situation was not good, the rescue team leader was also anxious. But at this moment, you must wait for me. You run all the way, screaming in your heart. Finally, you pantingly run from the side to the end of the crowd watching below the teaching building. Before anyone notices you, you simply and neatly put down the equipment and start adjusting it. At this time, on the rooftop, Lin Yuchen's fair and slender calf has already stepped out of the window. Regarding the words desperately trying to dissuade her, she seems to not hear them at all. Just when her sight goes down to the ground, she sees the boy playing with the equipment again. Is this person so persistent? Does he insist on singing Where I'm Going to Jump? Lin Yuchen saw this boy before, and he had already been driven away by the rescue team downstairs. But now this boy has actually come again. Does he want to become famous so badly? Does he want to gain attention so badly? But at this time, what song will he sing? To be honest, right before jumping, Lin Yuchen really developed a tiny bit of interest in this persistent boy downstairs. It was also because of this sudden bit of interest that her movements paused slightly, and she slowly took a step back, and the people in the classroom were still trying to persuade her. Seeing Lin Yuchen's movements falter, they thought their persuasion had finally worked. Just when they saw hope, and were about to continue persuading. All your music equipment downstairs is adjusted. At this time, many students around had already noticed your actions. But before anyone could come to stop you, your fingers gently plucked the guitar strings. Instantly, the first ability of the God of Music system, God-level accompaniment, is activated. The next second, the prelude to Grew Up bearing 10,000 Jin completely resounded throughout the campus. In just an instant, everyone who heard the music was drawn into the spiritual music world, constructed by the God-level accompaniment. And that poor girl who had been standing by the rooftop was also deeply moved by your music. The moment you plucked the strings, Lin Yuchen not only felt her heart suddenly thump violently, but also felt as if a clear blue sky and white clouds instantly appeared before her eyes. Just as she was immersed in it, your deep and magnetic singing voice began. Finally, I believed in her. From the root of the ear to the ear. A little sad, God always says. Singing will be much better. She lied to me, I am her. Born to praise others. The skirt enters solitude again. Beauty isn't her doing. Loving the world that is so cold and alienating. Who cares? Hearing this, Lin Yuchen also feels truly immersed in the scene. She saw that girl fighting against the world. No matter how others point fingers, she still wants to break free from her shackles and find that flower that belongs to her. Just like the lyrics say. Why doesn't she want to ask the world why it is so unfair to her? Why all the suffering has found her? At this moment, her soul sinks into silent darkness, and no one can wake her up again. Just then, the style of your guitar music changes, followed by the activation of the God of Song's third ability, healing singing. It instantly wakes up Lin Yuchen, who is already asleep in the darkness. A series of songs that seem to wash the soul and question the soul begins. Will it shatter me, shatter me, shatter me? Will it pity me, pity me, pity me? Just for a moment, let me be weak, just like weakness. Hate is not easy to drill through single gram. But saw a darker stove fire. In the years that followed, she was still surrounded by only dots. Never thought the hardest thing would be going back to the past. I thought that in the past, everyone would huddle together for warmth, unsolved. Finally, because of what I relied on, I learned to separate. It's sad that tall, thin figures are so common afterwards. She's lying, it's not her. I've already shown my fangs, wanting to share what I've learned with the world. How do you teach me to express it? Do I have to kneel before you? Lin Yuchen suddenly opened her eyes. She returned from darkness to light. Although it was still that hypocritical world. The sunlight was right there. Everything seemed to be telling of the world's beauty. Lin Yuchen felt like her whole person was cursed. Her entire soul was standing up with it. This whole piece of music seemed to be giving her soul the most powerful and strongest foundation and healing. Without realizing it, Lin Yuchen's pure, crystal-like beautiful eyes were already filled with tears. But at the same time, under the baptism of such a soul-healing song, she suddenly felt like the missing piece in her brain was suddenly repaired. Lin Yuchen smiled. Her beautiful, fair mouth twitched slightly. She hadn't smiled in a very long time. To the point that smiling now even felt a bit unfamiliar. But she believed that she would definitely get used to it again in the future. Turning her head again, Lin Yuchen finally saw again the person who had been singing for her. It turned out that her singing had always been ringing in her ears. Lin Yuchen was bought again. So the one who sang for her was the boy who accidentally bumped into her today. And she's been persistently wanting to sing for herself. Not to grab attention, but sincerely wanting to heal herself. She's really warm. Your singing has ended. The last note strummed on the guitar also quietly stopped. Until this moment, the people around seemed to wake up from a dream. Because the feeling you just brought them was too dreamy, too bizarre. Suddenly, someone exclaimed, "Look! Lin Yuchen is going back in. She's not jumping. She's going back to the classroom." Hearing this, people couldn't help but look up immediately. Indeed, the girl in the black dress on the roof is gone. Oh my God. Is this the power of that song? Directly making someone suffering from depression to the point of despair give up the thought of suicide? Can you believe it? And those hot-tempered boys who kept trying to stop you from singing. At this moment, they couldn't help but turn their heads abruptly, looking at you with disbelief on their faces. Holy crap. She actually did it. At this moment, you stand under the teaching building, watching the slender figure that has disappeared from the rooftop. You finally breathe a big sigh of relief. Finally, it was a success. Not only successfully rescued Lin Yuchen's life, but also successfully cured her depression. Have to say, the God of Song's 3 abilities are truly heaven-defying. The teachers who had been working hard to persuade Lin Yuchen upstairs also received a soul cleansing in your music. The rescue captain who bears the responsibility of a family. Having worked for more than 20 years, she was already almost suffocated by the pressure of reality. The original intention when she joined the sacred profession of rescue, she had almost forgotten. But at the end of your singing, she closed her eyes, but subconsciously murmured in a low voice, "Peace and prosperity for the country. People live and work in peace and contentment. Life is actually really beautiful." Not just her. Everyone present was also deeply moved. And when they slowly regained their senses and reopened their eyes, seeing that Lin Yuchen had already stepped down from the rooftop, they were all dumbfounded, especially seeing Lin Yuchen's originally hollow and lifeless snow-white little face. At this time, it actually seemed to reveal a faint smile. Everyone was even more shocked. Then, they saw that the little girl was a bit embarrassed. If you look closely, there was even a hint of redness on her snow-white face. Just as everyone hadn't recovered, Lin Yuchen had already started walking towards them. Then she bowed slightly to everyone. "Just now. Thank you, uncles and aunts. Thank you for your persuasion. I'm sorry for bothering you with my affairs." After saying that, she couldn't help but quicken her pace downstairs. As she went downstairs, her heart couldn't help but pound. Just now, I seem to have called the teacher and the rescuers uncles and aunts uniformly. That doesn't seem quite right. But she couldn't help it. If it weren't for her choosing to commit suicide today, she, who usually suffers from depression, would hardly talk to anyone. She had only just recovered from her illness. And her ability to express herself was still problematic. The teachers should be able to understand, right? The rescue captain couldn't help but be a little surprised. Could it be the power of that song just now? Hearing the rescue captain's words, the teachers present couldn't help but nod in agreement. It must be. That song just now was really amazing. And downstairs in the teaching building, you are now almost surrounded by the crowd. The innermost layer is your good buddies. At this moment, they are chattering and exclaiming around you non-stop. And just at this moment, Lin Yuchen arrived. Just like a pure and flawless fairy from the sky. She has a special aura. When the surrounding students saw her appear, they also made way for her. And the students a little further away couldn't help but exclaim softly. Oh my god. It's Lin Yuchen. She really came down from the building. Look at her eyes. They seem to have a lot more life in them. She really gave up the idea of jumping off the building. Is it because of the song just now? Then she's coming over now. Could it be to thank Chen Zi? Indeed. Everyone guessed right. Amidst the soft exclamations of the surrounding students, Lin Yuchen walked all the way towards you. And you, seeing Lin Yuchen's snowy and beautiful little face again at close range, you couldn't help but be stunned for a moment. It can only be said that Lin Yuchen's unique temperament is really too attractive. By the time you came back to your senses, you realized that Lin Yuchen had already walked up to you. Before you could react, Lin Yuchen, with a slightly flushed face, bowed slightly to you. This was probably Lin Yuchen's first time bowing to someone. So, being inexperienced, you inadvertently caught a glimpse of snow-white skin. Although in such a serious setting, you really shouldn't be having such thoughts. You just couldn't help it. You came back to your senses. But at that moment, you suddenly didn't know what to say. Before transmigrating, your opportunities to interact with goddesses of this level were extremely rare. You really don't have much experience in this area. Fortunately, as the one expressing gratitude, Lin Yuchen, with a slightly flushed face, took the initiative to speak. Thank you. Thank you. Only then did you calm down a little. Actually, it's nothing. You don't have to be so polite. Lin Yuchen listened to you. But the expression on her face was firm. However, that firmness was inevitably tinged with shyness. Let me finish. When you heard her say that, you couldn't help but want to scratch your head. Did Lin Yuchen have something else to say to you? I am really grateful to you. Your bro. If. Lin Yuchen gently bit her silver teeth. She seemed eager to express her heartfelt gratitude. But the stronger this feeling was, the more nervous she became when she spoke. Her already problematic ability to express herself deteriorated further. Especially in front of you, this very special boy. And surrounded by many classmates with curious eyes. Her heart was pounding even faster. Gradually, you even saw a layer of fine sweat on Lin Yuchen's fair forehead. Don't be so nervous. I know what you mean. I understand everything. It's okay. Just take your time. Looking at Lin Yuchen's fragile and beautiful face, filled with effort and persistence, you couldn't help but feel sorry for her again. What to do? Would it be illegal to suddenly hug Shalwa in public? Probably not. Just as this thought suddenly popped into your head, a deluxe Audi business car sped into the academy gates. Lin Yuchen, who was still trying hard to express her inner thoughts to you. After seeing the black business car, a brief look of absent-mindedness appeared on her snow-white and alluring face. Soon, the business car drove over, followed by a sudden brake. Then, a middle-aged beauty, dressed professionally and with an outstanding temperament, ran towards you and Lin Yuchen, not caring about her image. Daughter, you're okay. It's so good that you're okay. You scared Mom to death. Are you trying to take Mom's life? The woman said emotionally. Towards the end, she couldn't help but sob. Daughter. My good daughter. Mom can't lose you. You are Mom's only relative in this world. While saying this, she hugged Lin Yuchen tightly. It's all Mom's fault. Mom will definitely try to spend more time with you in the future. My good daughter. You can't think about doing anything silly like this again in the future. Mom can't take it. Really can't take it. At this time, Lin Yuchen looked at her mother's eyes, which were already slightly swollen from crying all the way, and were still constantly shedding tears. She also silently reached out her small hand to gently wipe Ji-Yu Lanji's tears. But Ji-Yu Lanji was touched by her daughter's action. How many years has it been? How many years has it been since her daughter showed such affection? Actually, Lin Yuchen also had something she wanted to say to Ji-Yu Lanji at this moment. But considering the way she spoke to her earlier, she temporarily dismissed the idea. Yes. It was he who saved me. Lin Yuchen pointed at you slightly, solving Ji-Yu Lanji's biggest doubt. Ji-Yu Lanji turned to look at you. Although she doesn't know how you did it. She understands very well that you are her daughter's savior. Young man, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for saving my daughter's life. Ji Lanji expresses her gratitude to you from the bottom of her heart. Listening to Ji Lanji's sincere thanks, you're at a bit of a loss for words. Ah, you don't have to be so polite. After all, anyone who has the ability to help wouldn't stand idly by. Besides, Lin Yuchen and I are classmates. Listening to you say that. Ji Lanji keeps nodding, looking like she's listening intently. She doesn't speak again until you've finished. Young man, do you have time at noon today? My daughter and I would like to treat you to a meal. As soon as you hear about being treated to a meal, you instinctively want to refuse. But Ji Lanji seems to have guessed your thoughts in advance, and says preemptively, young man, you just saved my daughter's life. No matter what, my daughter and I must repay you. Can you understand our feeling of wanting to repay your kindness? Since they've said it to this extent, naturally you can't refuse. So you have to nod and agree. As you get in the car and leave with Ji Lanji and her daughter, it causes a chorus of howls in the academy. Oh my god. Chen Zi, this kid, has already gotten into the car of a rich and beautiful woman. Fuck. I'm so envious. If only I had sung that song just now. At the same time, the news about Lin Yuchen being saved from jumping off the building by your singing quickly lands on a major online platform. You don't know yet that your singing and Lin Yuchen's story are about to become popular. In the car, you are sitting with Ji Lanji and her daughter in the back of the business car. Young man, Auntie doesn't know your name yet. Wen Yan, you honestly answer. Auntie, my name is Chen Zi. Chen Zi. A good name. Ji Lanji nodded slightly. Then she said again. Chen Zi. If you don't mind, call me Ji Yi from now on. You heard that. And honestly said, Ji Yi, okay. It's just that you've had too little contact with this kind of wealthy family's auntie before. Even bordering on none. It's really a bit hard to perform. Looking at your handsome face. Ji Lanji smiled slightly again. Can you tell Ji Yi how you saved Yu Chan just now? Regarding this point, Ji Lanji is really full of curiosity. After all, this concerns her daughter's life. Wen Yan, you truthfully answered. Actually, it's because of a song. A song? A look of surprise appeared on Ji Lanji's face. You nodded and continued. Maybe I sing pretty well. Ji Lanji felt a little puzzled. No matter how good it is, it can't save people, can it? So he confirmed again. You really saved Yu Chan with just one song? Yes. Ji Yi. After you nodded, you continued. Maybe it's because the lyrics of my song resonated with him. Lin Yu Chan was sitting beside. Although she didn't speak. After hearing your words, she couldn't help but nod her head in agreement, her little face flushed. Ji Lanji looked at her daughter like this. And then looked at you, who also looked serious. He was even more puzzled in his heart. But more than that, he was happy. About 20 minutes later, the car stopped next to a star-rated restaurant. This was also the first time you had walked into such a high-end restaurant. But by this time, your mentality was much more stable. Soon, you entered an elegantly decorated private room. After ordering, Ji Lanji directly took out a bank card from her handbag and placed it on the table, pushing it slightly towards you. Seeing this scene, you felt a little dumbfounded in your heart. Am I filming a TV series? But fortunately, Ji Lanji, this career woman, does not like those bloody dramas. She said sincerely. I came in a hurry today. I don't have a payment card with a large amount of money on hand. Take this one, Chen Zi, for now. It's not much. Only 600,000. But rest assured, Ji Yi will always remember your kindness. I will never forget it in this lifetime. If you need any help in the future, you can also tell Ji Yi. If Ji Yi can help, I will definitely not refuse. Speaking of this, Ji Lanji took out her name card again and handed it over. After hearing Ji Lanji's sincere words, you were a little at a loss. Ji Yi, you really don't have to be so polite. I was just lucky to save Lin Yuchen. But after hearing this, Ji Lanji shook her head earnestly. Lin Yuchen next to her was also staring at you. Her pure, glass-like beautiful eyes seemed to be saying, you are really too modest, too modest. Your song is just too good to be true. How can you say you were just lucky? Chen Zi. Ji Yi doesn't care whether what happened today was because you were lucky. In Ji Yi's opinion, you are my daughter's savior. That's a fact. You are still a little dazed. But Ji Yi, you don't need to give me so much money either. This is really too polite. Gu Lanji shook her head slightly again. She said with a sincere tone. Chen Zi, I'm not deliberately looking down on you. Judging by your clothes, your family's financial situation should be relatively average, right? And you're still a student. You don't have other sources of income. Just listen to me. Take this money first. It's good to improve your living conditions first. If you feel uneasy, you can treat it as a loan from me. You can repay me when you have money in the future. Lin Yu Chan, who was beside her, heard this. Gently stood up and walked towards you. She reached out, picked up the bank card on the table, and handed it to your hand. Take it. Feeling the warm and soft contact between your palms at that moment. A momentary blankness appeared in your eyes again. Looking up again, you looked at Lin Yu Chan, whose face was also slightly red because of this action. Your heartbeat couldn't help but speed up a bit. Chen Zi, just accept it first. See, Yu Chan has already taken the initiative to put it in your hand. Gu Lanji spoke again. This time, you finally stopped refusing. Then, I'll accept this card for now. Good that you accept it. Gu Lanji also felt a slight amusement in her heart. She could see that her daughter seemed to have special feelings for you. Regardless of the reason, and regardless of what might happen in the future. At least for now, Lin Yuchen getting more contact with you would definitely be beneficial for her recovery. Thinking this, Gu Lanji turned to look at you again. Keep Chen Zi's business card that he intentionally gave you. Then tell Gu Yi your number too. Have Gu Yi save it separately. Hearing this, you hesitated for a moment but still told your phone number. But neither you nor Gu Lanji expected that the third person present, that girl with the fair and rosy complexion, like an earthly beauty, was intently memorizing the number. After you finished eating with Gu Lanji and her daughter, you went straight back to the academy. The ride back was also arranged in advance by Gu Lanji. As for Lin Yuchen, she didn't go back to the academy in the afternoon. At this time, let alone whether she wanted to go to the academy herself. Gu Lanji definitely wouldn't let her go. And having just experienced the attempted suicide, even if Gu Lanji is usually busy with work, she would definitely stay by her daughter's side at this time. You had only just returned to the academy when you discovered that you had become completely famous in the academy. From the moment you walked through the academy gates, whether it's guys or girls, anyone who saw you treated you like a campus celebrity. Guys mostly gave you a thumbs up, with an expression of admiration, like dude, you're awesome. Girls mostly had an expression of appreciation. Many also gave you a thumbs up. Some even asked for your microblog ID directly. At this point, you've reached the dorm building. Looking at the microblog IDs you've collected along the way, your feelings are complex. Should you add them or not? If I remember correctly, there were 2 girls who were quite good looking. And one girl's legs were amazing. In the end, you couldn't bear to throw away the slips of paper in your hand so casually. But when you get back to the dorm, your mood isn't so complex anymore. Because as soon as you enter the dorm, old Zhu and the others surround you again, yelling, "Damn! Chen Zi, you're finally back. You know you're famous, kid? Really incredible. This time, you might become a celebrity directly." And listening to old Zhu's words, your mentality starts to calm down. So what if I'm a little popular in the college? It's not a big deal. At most, a few girls will take the initiative to give me their microblog IDs. What? Hearing this, the good brothers were immediately shocked again. Wow. Such a good thing? You're having too much fun now, aren't you? You pretended to be modest and waved your hand. So fun, so fun. Actually, I'm still hesitating about who to add. Damn it. The roommates couldn't bear it anymore. They all rushed over and gave you a massage. After a brief chaotic scramble, Haozi brought the topic back. Chen Zi, what Lao Zhu and I said about you being popular isn't just within our college. Open your phone now. News about you on various videos is exploding. While Haozi was talking, Lao Zhu had already opened his phone and found a video. Come on, AZ. Take a look at this video. It's only been this long. And the view count is already over 3 million. Hearing this, you immediately reached out and took the phone. Looking down, it was true. This is a user named Music Student Xiao Wang. The creator posted a video around 1 p.m. But you didn't think too much about it. You didn't expect this song alone to make you a sensation. On the other side, Lin Yuchen has already bought a new phone and replaced her SIM card. Originally, after finishing the meal at the restaurant, Gu Lanji intended to take Lin Yuchen home first, or accompany her daughter somewhere to relax and talk. But Lin Yuchen insisted at the time. I want to buy a phone first. Looking at her daughter, although she seemed to have some speech difficulties, but still insisted on expressing her own thoughts. Gu Lanji, besides feeling sorry for her, had no reason to object. Until this moment. Watching her daughter buy a phone and replace the SIM card, and carefully save a phone number into it. Gu Lanji's heart couldn't help but flutter slightly. Has her daughter's dependence on Chen Zi become so strong now? Just because of a song? Forget it, never mind. Gu Lanji shook her head. She already owes her daughter too much. In the future, she will give her daughter whatever she likes. If her daughter really likes Chen Zi, then she will help her daughter keep Chen Zi's heart, regardless of Chen Zi's family situation. As long as his character is good, then everything is fine. Anyway, she's making so much money now. Her initial intention, wasn't it to make her daughter happy? Not worried about money? At this time, Lin Yukin's mobile phone was connected to the internet and received video titles pushed by major online platforms. Today, the stunning beauty jumps off the building. The heavenly singer's healing song directly saves lives. This video title about herself made Lin Yuchen frown slightly. But the video in this title, she still likes to watch it. Gu Lanji on the side couldn't help but lean over. This was the scene when her daughter jumped off the building. Then, music started playing in the video. This is the song that saved her daughter's life. Curiosity appeared in Gu Lanji's eyes. Expectation appeared in Lin Yukin's eyes. The mother and daughter watched the video and listened to the song together. But soon they also discovered a problem. The comments below the video were not all praises for Chen Zi. Some people were also satirizing Chen Zi, saying he should have just seized the opportunity while it was hot. Saving people was just good luck, right? Comments like that, although it seemed rare in the whole barrage. If you really counted the number, there were still quite a few people who posted them. Gu Lanji looked at such comments, and a trace of worry flashed in her eyes. Actually, if I hadn't already met you, knowing that you are a very simple person, Gu Lanji would also not be able to help suspect your initial motives. But after meeting you, Gu Lanji didn't have as many doubts. This is just a young man who's a teacher through and through. It's impossible for him to have such strong abilities. However, Lin Yuchen has now discovered the problem. Listening to your song in the video is different from hearing it live at the academy. But how to explain this to Gu Lanji? Would he have to stumble through a lot of explanations? He thought about it. Lin Yuchen decided to wait until he got home to slowly talk to Gu Lanji, and also about some of his thoughts on her future life. At the same time, you and your good brothers are also noticing. In the men's dormitory of the music academy, Hao Zi said worriedly. Actually, it's a bit strange to say. Why is it that when we watch the video now, we don't quite have the same feeling as when we heard A's sing before? If the effect in the video was exactly the same as when we heard the song back then there definitely wouldn't be this kind of gossip in the video now. Now it's gotten to the point where you don't care at all. Don't worry, brothers. It's just some bad comments. It doesn't matter. I'll take care of it. Seeing that you don't seem to care much, Lao Zhu couldn't help but say, A's, you can't underestimate these things either. Although most people are praising you now, what if the negative voices grow louder? Or if some big internet celebrity stands up to piggyback on your popularity and accuse you, and create a bad atmosphere for you? That would still be very dangerous. Hearing this, Hao Zi, who was beside him, couldn't help but chime in. Yeah, the internet is just too virtual. It can make you explode in popularity and be liked. But it's also easy to attract criticism. You just nodded when you heard that, but didn't explain much. After all, how can you explain the system? Just wait for a chance in the future to directly take action. Strength proves everything. Time came to the evening. Just after you finished dinner, your Weiyu notification ringtone sounded. You took out your phone and looked, and were immediately stunned. You have a new friend. Sha Chan Buyu is requesting to add you as a friend. Additional message. I am Lin Yuchen. It's just weird. Weirdly surprising. But how did Lin Yuchen know my Weiyu account? This feeling of suddenly being added as a friend by the goddess. The acupressure points actually feel quite good. Even though you know it's probably because you saved them. It still doesn't stop a secret joy from welling up in your heart. Wait, no. Hold on. Could this be one of my animalistic brothers? Deliberately creating a vague Weiyu, microblog, account. To tease me on purpose? Otherwise, how would Lin Yuchen know my Weiyu account? You calm down a bit. First, accept the friend request. Then probe a little before acting. You think it over while operating your phone. You accept Sha Chanbayu's friend request. At the same time, your gaze turns to Lao Zhu in the dorm. Hey, Lao Zhu. I remember you used to have a Weiyu alternate account, right? Hearing your words, Lao Zhu, lying on his bed playing on his phone, glances at you. Yeah, I have a side account. I made it a while ago to play games. You raise your eyebrow slightly. I remember. Your alternate account seems to be a female account. Hearing you say that, Lao Ju's face, which wasn't very white to begin with, darkened slightly. What do you care if it's a male or female account? Shouldn't you be thinking about how to handle things online? You actually have the mind to pay attention to my alternate account. Speechless. You immediately determined that Lao Ju's microblog alt account must be a female account. And definitely the kind that's designed from start to finish according to the standards of a female account. But then you turned around and thought, actually, at this time, those animal brothers of yours really don't need to mess with you. Especially since everyone is still quite worried about your negative online presence. Meanwhile, Lin Yuchen was lying on the bed. Her 2 sections of lotus root-like white calves swaying slightly. She looked like she was at leisure. But in reality, she was incredibly nervous and excited. Her pure, glass-like eyebrows were slightly widened. Staring intently at the chat interface where the friend request had been accepted. What to do? Now that the friend request has been accepted. Should I type something? But she really wants to say something. And feels like there's actually a lot she wants to say to you. But the beginning is always the hardest. She really doesn't know how to start this. What should she say? It turns out that after Lin Yuchen and Gu Lanji had dinner together tonight, Gu Lanji originally wanted to continue talking with her daughter. And even planned to sleep with her daughter. Lin Yuchen initially agreed. The mother and daughter talked a lot this afternoon. Lin Yuchen haltingly expressed some of the changed ideas she had to Gu Lanji. Only after dinner, Lin Yuchen looked at your phone number saved in her phone. And then discovered that your microblog account could be added. This major discovery immediately made Lin Yuchen, this melancholic joke, breathe a little heavier. Because a phone number wasn't really easy for her to utilize. But a microblog account is different. It was precisely because of this major discovery that Lin Yuchen changed her mind on the spot. Tonight, she couldn't sleep with her mom. She couldn't continue chatting with her mom either. Anyway, they chatted quite a bit in the afternoon. She had already decided to live more for herself in the future. The company of family is important, of course. But she can't just seek death because she doesn't have family around. As if life has lost its meaning. She had no choice when she was depressed before. Because many things in her childhood and after she grew up caused her depression. When she was sick, she couldn't control her thoughts. But now it's different. She has recovered. She must make her future life very meaningful. And when Gu Lanji watched her daughter excitedly take her phone back to her room and close the door in one go, she couldn't help but shake her head with a mix of heartache and amusement. No matter what happens between her daughter and Chen Zi in the future, at least now her daughter should be considered to have a friend. At this time, Lin Yukin's slender figure was still lying on the bed. Her restless little legs were still shaking slightly. What to do? Should I say hello first? Lin Yukin's crystal clear, pure eyebrows continued to widen slightly, staring intently at the chat interface on her phone. But they already know each other, don't they? Wouldn't saying hi seem really out of place? But if she doesn't say hi, she really can't think of another opening line. Or she could ask, what are you doing? But that seems even more awkward. Their relationship hasn't reached the point where they can ask each other about their daily lives at any time. Poor silly girl who has suffered from depression for many years. Can't think that she could replace hi with good evening for a moment. And what are you doing? Could be replaced with are you busy? Just as she was thinking randomly. Ding dong. The Weiyu notification sound rang on her phone. Chen Zi had taken the initiative to send her a message. Lin Yuchen, who had been staring at the phone screen with her eyes closed, saw the message you sent right away. Lin Yuchen? Followed by a small questioning emoji. Lin Yuchen looked at these short 3 words. And the Weiyu's built-in emoji. A faint smile appeared on her fair and lovely face. Great. She actually took the initiative to send her a message. Then she quickly replied. I am Lin Yuchen. On the other side of the phone, you saw Lin Yukin's reply. And couldn't help but chuckle. Good grief. The way she types messages is so similar to the way Lin Yuchen speaks. Impressive, impressive. But she still has to ask properly. It would be terrible if we really messed things up. You're really Lin Yuchen? How did you get my Weibo account? Received your latest message. Lin Yuchen was frantically typing a reply on her phone. Until Lin Yuchen explained the situation clearly. You basically confirmed that the other party was indeed Lin Yuchen. But confirmation is just confirmation. But at this moment, a bit of fun suddenly popped up in your heart. I still don't believe it. Many people have my phone number. What if you're someone pretending to mess with me on purpose? I can truly confirm your identity. You didn't give Lin Yuchen much of a chance to react. Without waiting for her to reply, You directly sent a video invitation. And at this moment, on the other side of the phone, in Lin Yukin's villa. Originally looking at the 3 messages you sent in a row, Lin Yuchen couldn't help but be a little dazed. Why doesn't Chen Zi believe me? Does he want me to video chat right now to prove it? But is my current image suitable for a video chat? As a result, before her little head could digest all the information, Chen Zi's video invitation had already been sent. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding ding. Listening to the sudden video notification ringtone, Lin Yukin's little head felt an even more sudden burst of pink. What's going on? Why is Chen Zi calling me on video so quickly? I'm not ready yet. Should I answer or not? Wouldn't Chen Zi be disappointed if I didn't answer? And would she be even more suspicious of my identity? But if I answer, she feels so nervous. She thought for a while. The phone rang for a while. Lin Yuchen finally hung up the video call with some hesitation. But after hanging up, she quickly typed a message to you. I really am Lin Yuchen. And then followed the text message with a cute, dazed emoji. After receiving the message, you couldn't help but ask again. Actually, you were a little disappointed that Lin Yuchen didn't answer your video call. Although you're basically sure about Lin Yukin's identity now. You can't help but tease her. So you typed back. So you type a reply. Okay then. If you say so. I believe you. Hello, Lin. Serious face. Good evening, Lin. Smiling face. On the other side of the phone, Lin Yuchen saw your latest message. Not only was she not amused by your joke, but she couldn't help but slightly pout her lips. A hint of distress also appeared on her fair face. Chen Zi, why won't she believe it? Oh well, here goes nothing. It's not like we haven't met during the day. Thinking this, she found the button to initiate a video call. Then she bit her lip slightly, and her delicate white fingertip pressed down on your end. Seeing the call request from the other party, you couldn't help but light up, followed by a grin. Your heart also gave a slight jump. After briefly checking your appearance, you quickly answered the video call. The roommates in the same dorm were also dumbfounded. Good heavens. This Chen Zi kid actually received a video call initiated by Xiaohua Lin Yuchen. Damn it. This kid is really reaching the pinnacle of his life. When the image appeared in the video, you felt your breath hitch slightly again. So beautiful. How can Lin Yukin's face be so beautiful that you can't get enough of looking at it? Because it was her first time having a video call with a boy. Lin Yuchen was nervous and shy, being stared at so intently by you again. Her originally fair and beautiful face visibly blushed. You're completely focused on Lin Yuchen right now. But you don't say anything. Lin Yuchen is even more embarrassed by your direct gaze. Now, do you believe that I am really Lin Yuchen? Lin Yukin's stammering finally brings you back to your senses. Immediately after, you nod repeatedly, almost subconsciously. I believe it, I believe it. You are Lin Yuchen. You didn't lie to me. There's no one else in the world like you. Before you could even finish your sincere praise and exclamation, you hear a beep sound. The video has ended. You're stunned for a moment. But you quickly regain your senses. You can't help but sigh slightly in disappointment again. Not long after, Lin Yukin's text message is sent again. You saw everything just now, right? Followed by a cute dazed emoji. You can't help but smile slightly, thinking, this silly girl. Not only is she beautiful, but her personality is also so endearing. She's really fatally charming. Saw it. Chuckling to herself. And Lin Yuchen, seeing this reply, was still on the other side of the phone. Still in that extremely shy state. And hadn't cooled down yet. Then you believe it now? While typing, Lin Yukin's fair, delicate lips were also slightly upturned in shyness. She had never been in love before, and didn't know what it felt like to be in love. But right now, she felt a sweet joy in her heart. Even though they hadn't officially said 2 sentences to each other, and the content of their chat was basically meaningless. The process of talking nonsense still made her feel very content. And on your side, seeing Lin Yukin's second question, you couldn't help but ask again. Believe it? Of course, I believe it. Seeing it with my own eyes, how could it be fake? It's just that you hung up before I could finish my sentence. Do you want me to repeat what I said just now? Lin Yuchen read these 3 consecutive messages. And still being in a shy state, she couldn't help but smile faintly. What did you want to say just now? I want to say, you won't find another girl as beautiful as you in this world. So, someone must be illegally impersonating you. To reply to this message, your heart must also be racing. After all, whether it's a boy or a girl, as long as that sweet feeling of happiness appears in their heart, a racing heart is unavoidable for anyone. And on Lin Yukin's side, Seeing your message. Her little head couldn't help but feel a bit dizzy. Do you also think I'm pretty? With courage, she gently bit her lip. After this text message, Lin Yuchen added a shy little emoji. And when this message was finally sent, she inevitably fell into an even shyer state. It felt like a little deer was running wild in her heart. When you saw the latest message from Lin Yuchen, you were completely hyped. Although this message didn't seem too special. But don't forget, the person who sent this message to you is Lin Yuchen, that former stunningly beautiful exotic school beauty. In the entire music academy, the number of people who could talk to her for more than 10 sentences didn't exceed double digits. But now, she is actually chatting with you like this. Behind the text message, there was even a shy emoji. Don't even mention you. Any guy in the music academy would get hyped. Damn it, damn it. Looking at the situation, the gorgeous campus beauty really has feelings for me. Otherwise, would she chat with me like this? Amidst a flurry of wild thoughts, you typed and replied again. Beautiful. You must be very beautiful. Whether in other people's eyes or in my eyes. You are especially beautiful. After calming your mood a bit, you continued typing. Especially in my eyes. Your beauty is even more irreplaceable. Biting your lip. Your chat interface couldn't help but take another step towards that direction. And after typing and sending this line, your heart couldn't help but pound again. This can also be considered a small test. If I misunderstood, if Lin Yuchen doesn't actually have much interest in me, then seeing my words, she would most likely draw a small line. The first time she saw the message you sent, Lin Yuchen's little head completely went dizzy, feeling like her brain capacity was completely insufficient. Chen Zi, what is he saying? He actually said that in his eyes, I am irreplaceable? Oh my god. Lin Yujun feels like she probably won't be able to sleep tonight. Chen Zi, has he liked me for a long time? Even if he likes me, he shouldn't be so direct, right? Her little heart can't really handle it. Oh my god. What to do now? Does what Chen Zi said count as a confession? Then how exactly should I respond right now? If I accidentally say the wrong thing, will I be completely done with Chen Zi forever? Although I've never been in a relationship, and I haven't really watched any romance dramas, Lin Yujun, who doesn't have much experience, has a feeling right now. That is, her next response is very important. Especially important. So, in the end, Lin Yujun doesn't care about anything else. Even if she's shy. Even if Chen Zi might think she's a bit too easy. She doesn't care about any of that. At this moment, she chooses to follow her heart. You say I'm irreplaceable. I think that might be a bit of an exaggeration. But I really feel in my heart. I feel you're very special. You make me want to get closer. Actually, Lin Yuchen had one last sentence he didn't say. That is, he not only wants to get closer to you, but also feels that just being a little closer to you makes his heart feel sweet. And at the same time, when he's in close contact with you, his heart has a kind of unspeakable peace of mind. After you received the message, looking at the first two, your heart immediately sank halfway. But when you finished reading, your entire spirit was rekindled. Oh my god. Isn't Lin Yuchen practically confessing? You originally thought that as long as Lin Yuchen didn't draw a line between himself and you, that would mean you really had a chance. But who would have thought? This formerly ridiculous perseverance joke, this absolutely beautiful joke with communication difficulties, could actually send you such a message? And now, looking back at the two messages Lin Yuchen sent earlier, you really do think Lin Yuchen is even more adorable. Your mood continues to be excited. But your hands didn't forget to type. Lin, you're not lying to me, are you? I don't feel like I'm anything special. How am I in your heart? Then I became very special. Lin Yuchen, who received the message, had a smile on her shy face. Actually, her little head is still a bit dizzy. Chen Zi's words that she was irreplaceable still haven't worn off. Your smile is so warm and sunny today. When you see these two messages, you feel great again. Being praised like this by a goddess like Bailey Yuchen, anyone would feel good. But before you can figure out how to reply, Lin Yuchen continues to send messages over there. Actually, there are many things I wanted to say to you when I added you tonight. What? Looking at these two messages again. You feel great again, bubbling with joy. This is bad. The goddess has completely fallen for me. No way around it. Who told me to be so charming? You happily fantasize. The words you type out also start to become a bit lighthearted. Actually, I can understand your mood. Just take this afternoon for example. I just got back to the academy, and several girls wanted to add my Wei number. Maybe they all think I'm full of life wisdom, so they all want to talk to me about life. Talk about ideals and stuff. I'm just not interested in any of them. I want to talk about life. I'll only talk about it with girls I like. Like a certain Lin. It can only be said that you've accidentally started to get carried away. And the result of this is that Lin Yuchen on the other end of the phone consciously widened her already big eyes even more. At first, when she saw you said that many girls wanted to add your Weiyu number. Her originally rosy cheeks immediately couldn't help but become tense. How could this be? Do many girls in the academy like Chen Zi too? This won't do. Although she's not very sure yet. But just thinking about the possibility of you chatting with other girls. Or even being with other girls. Her mood instantly went to hell. It's terrifying just thinking about it. She absolutely can't let that happen. As for what you said later. Although it also made her very happy. This happiness still couldn't dispel her previous tension. Even the many things that Lin Yuchen originally wanted to say to you today. She doesn't have much heart to say right now. Her mind is full of what to do next. What kind of measures should be taken? What to do exactly? How can I stop you from being with other girls? In her little head, she stubbornly believes this is the real priority. Thinking that way, Lin Yuchen also starts typing a reply to you. Thank you. Thank you for liking me. But it's a bit late tonight. How about we talk again tomorrow? Followed by a cute, dazed emoji. It's a pity that even with this cute, dazed emoji, it still can't save how you feel when you see these two messages. What's going on? You look at Lin Yuchen's latest reply and immediately feel a bit of a shock. Along with the shock, the originally high spirits also cool down instantly. Could it be that I said something wrong just now? You suddenly think that you mentioned a few girls, making Lin Yuchen unhappy. Otherwise, when the two of you were chatting so happily, why would Lin Yuchen suddenly stop chatting? Your mood becomes a little uneasy. Could it be that Lin Yuchen's feelings for you were just a temporary feeling? After all, she used to be a depression patient. Maybe this feeling of liking. She can't even figure it out herself. Now, isn't this a case of too much joy turning into sorrow? Your mood is messed up. You didn't sleep well that night. You even had a nightmare. In the dream, you attended Lin Yuchen's wedding as a guest. And you even performed a show for her wedding, which was singing. And the song you performed was precisely that one. A song that couldn't be written without having a few ex-girlfriends. Without further ado, let's enjoy it together. Everyone is happy for you. But I'm the only one who's foolishly awake. Turns out someone already ordered the wrong wedding dress for you. Thank you for the special invitation to witness your love. I constantly remind myself not to escape. These days, step by step, I walk into the venue she put her heart into without knowing. It's a pity this is your scenery. And I'm just a guest. I let go of all my memories to fulfill your love. But I still don't want to believe this is fate. It's been a long time, you're a bit unfamiliar. My hands are trembling, being so polite. Why must I conceal that you existed in my world, in front of her? Unknowingly, the bell rings. You wait in the same place, waiting for her to approach. Gentle her kneels on one knee. The diamond ring slowly slips on your ring finger. When everyone is happy for you, I just foolishly wake up. Turns out between us, there's no relationship anymore. Thank you for the special invitation to witness your love. I constantly remind myself not to run away. Today, you're dressed up exceptionally beautifully. This beauty once held in my arms. But it's your wedding with her. And I'm just a guest. I let go of all memories to fulfill your love. But still unwilling to believe this is fate. The promised forever has become the past. I try to sincerely wish you happiness. Please forgive my ungraceful lack of ambition. Choosing the following lines to express my feelings. It's supposed to be an idol drama. Why am I so immersed in my role? This embarrassing, unremarkable plot. Early the next morning, you get up rubbing your sore eyes. After washing up, you head downstairs with your buddies for breakfast. But before you even reach the bottom, A chorus of exclamations erupts inside and outside the building. Wow! Xiaohua, Lin Yuchen, is downstairs at our dorm. And she's carrying breakfast. Holy crap. What's going on? Could Xiaohua be delivering breakfast to someone? Hearing the various shouts, you and your buddies are stunned. Then you quickly grab your phone. Just then, Lin Yuchen sends you a WeChat message. Are you awake? She turns around and brings you breakfast. You're overwhelmed with surprise, but also a bit puzzled. But now isn't the time to think about that. You start with a Wudang step. And rush down the stairs as fast as you can. Sure enough. As soon as you step out of the dorm building, you see Lin Yuchen standing prettily not far away. Her delicate white hands are holding a breakfast in a lunchbox. As you jog over, Lin Yuchen, her beautiful face blushing, hands you the breakfast. Here. That is. Thank you. You thanked her awkwardly, feeling a bit embarrassed. At the same time, you quickly took the breakfast. No need to thank me. The one who should be saying thank you should be me. Hearing Lin Yuchen stuttering, you were about to speak. But Lin Yuchen interrupted again with another stuttering speech. I have something to do. So I'll go back first. Hearing Lin Yuchen say this, you could only nod. Then be careful on your way back. Thank you so much for the breakfast. I've never received breakfast from a girl before. Hearing your words, Lin Yuchen's fair face blushed slightly again. Then she hummed softly. And then turned and left. You stared blankly at her departing figure. Before suddenly reacting. I'll see you off. Hearing your words, Lin Yuchen paused slightly. And turned back. You saw Lin Yuchen off to the academy gate. Watching the celebrity get into an expensive car. You turned around and walked back. Before you could even marvel at the strange feeling in your heart. Lin Yuchen sent you another message on her microblog. In the future, can you not chat with other girls? It turns out that after Lin Yuchen was suddenly made nervous by you last night. Her little brain kept thinking. In the end, she, who had no experience in love, thought for a long time. Until late at night, her little brain suddenly opened up. At that time, she only felt a flash of inspiration in her mind. All the ways that she had been racking her brains to come up with and seemed unworkable were instantly thrown to the back of her mind. She decided. She would bring you breakfast. Regardless of whether she has experience in love or not. Lin Yuchen feels that a girl taking the initiative to bring a boy breakfast definitely means something. Most importantly, as long as she insists on bringing you breakfast every day. If others see it, the academy will definitely spread the rumor that she and you are already together. In that case, definitely no other girls will approach you again. This method is really good. Although doing so will be watched by many classmates. And make her feel a little uncomfortable. But in order for you not to get close to other girls, she must overcome the difficulties. And early this morning, Lin Yuchen got up early and searched on her phone. She started researching how to make a delicious and nutritious breakfast. Then she was clattering around in the kitchen, which quickly woke up Gu Lanji, who wasn't sleeping soundly anyway. After all, Lin Yuchen wanted to propose yesterday noon. How could Gu Lanji not worry last night? But looking at her daughter's appearance now, she couldn't bring herself to discourage her. In the end, she even helped her daughter make breakfast together. Even taking it to the music academy for you. Gu Lanji drove her daughter there herself. And now that the breakfast is in your hands, Gu Lanji pulled her daughter back into the car. Watching her daughter take out her phone to chat with you again. She couldn't help but shake her head and smile. Don't tell Chen Zi that this breakfast was made by your mom and me together. Otherwise she'll be overjoyed. On the other side, you return to the dormitory with the breakfast. By this time, the news of Lin Yuchen sending you breakfast had indeed spread throughout the academy. And when you opened your phone and saw the latest message Lin Yuchen sent you, you were stunned at first. Then you couldn't help but laugh. Only now did you vaguely understand that Lin Yuchen suddenly stopped chatting last night because she was focusing on figuring out this matter. This silly girl. You thought as much while typing a reply to Lin Yuchen. Can I call you a little fool? While typing this message, your own heart also skips a beat. And Lin Yuchen, receiving such a message from you, can't help but blush in the car. Call me. Seeing Lin Yuchen's reply like this, the corners of your mouth also slightly lift again. Saying you're a silly girl really isn't wronging you. Silly girl. Couldn't you tell last night? I was actually joking with you. I never thought about chatting with other girls again either. This is actually true. But there's a premise. That is, you only stopped thinking about flirting with other girls after knowing Lin Yuchen had feelings for you. You only stopped flirting with other girls after you knew Lin Yuchen had a good impression of you. If I start working in the future, I'll inevitably come into contact with other people of the opposite sex. I can only guarantee that I won't flirt with other girls. And on the other side of the phone, Lin Yuchen, looking at your boyfriend like guarantee. Can't help but feel her heart beating fast again. Then, you have to remember what you said. With courage, Lin Yuchen also forcefully issued a girlfriend-like command. And you, seeing her say that, feel a sense of happiness in your heart. It seems like this can be considered confirming the relationship, right? I'll remember. Next. The two of them didn't chat much longer. Lin Yuchen said she needed to go with Ji Yulanji to her previous doctor for a checkup. At the same time, she stuttered and urged. You have to eat all the breakfast she makes properly. Don't waste it. You happily agreed. But what you didn't expect was that, when you returned to the dormitory, the good brothers who had already bought food from the cafeteria and saw you come back all frowned. Chen Zi. Things are starting to look a little wrong. The thing we were worried about yesterday afternoon seems to have happened. You didn't react for a moment. What thing? It's the negative voices about you online. Speaking. Lao Zhu also handed over his phone. Take a look. A big internet celebrity is deliberately stirring things up about you. Judging by the looks of it, he wanted to piggyback on your popularity as soon as possible yesterday. The video must have been recorded yesterday. Otherwise, he wouldn't have released it so quickly today. Listening to Lao Zhu's words, you took the phone with some surprise. What caught your eye? First was the line of large characters on the video cover. Heavenly Singer. Healing Singer. What exactly is his motive? And the title of this video is also very eye-catching. Angel or devil? Kindness or utilitarianism? Let Lala slowly tell you. Damn. This girl knows how to make videos. Look at the video cover she made. And the title she came up with. Impressive. You see a video cover and title like that. Not only aren't worried, but you can't help but laugh. And old Zhu and the others, seeing your attitude, can't help but feel a bit speechless. Hello friends. As you can see, I'm still your darling little sister Lala. Today I want to talk to you about. First of all, don't be afraid. I have to say, this video creator Lala really knows how to make videos. Not only is she pretty, but her voice is also very nice. Especially the copywriting. Even if you watch this opening, you'll be attracted by its dark and twisted style. And keep watching. In the video, Lala continues to speak. I don't know about yesterday's news. Has everyone seen it? What heavenly singer? What healing singer? It's just. Yesterday, my entire phone. I just kept getting push notifications with similar titles. Just based on how viral this video is. I'm sure everyone has some understanding of it. Speaking of which, Lala pauses again, trying to be mysterious. Then she shakes her head and continues. Actually, there's something I have to admit. That is, the song that boys sang is indeed pretty good. And it does have some healing effect. But the key issue is, in such a tense moment, at such an important time when the rescue team uncles were busy saving people, for her to suddenly stand out and sing, is that really appropriate? The video creator named Lala stops there, pausing slightly again, as if giving the audience space to think independently. Don't tell me that the boy ultimately succeeded in saving that girl, and that the good result is enough. Firstly, the fact that the girl ultimately gave up the idea of suicide is not necessarily because of the boy's song. Secondly, even if the boy's song really had some effect, I think what her initial motivation was is also very important. Okay, let's analyze it from a different perspective. The same scene and moment from yesterday's news. If anyone with a normal mind, would they decide to stand up and sing? What if the effect is counterproductive? What if it really triggers the girl? Who will take the responsibility? So, now back to the topic itself. I think the singing guy, before he decided to start singing, he certainly had no guarantee of saving the girl. On the contrary, him singing a song live downstairs, regardless of whether the girl can be saved or not, he can gain a lot of attention because of this event. After all, a depressed girl jumping off a building. A tragic joke of jumping off a building. This is such a high-profile real news event. In short, this video creator, Lanlin, said a lot from beginning to end. It all seems to be very logical and can withstand scrutiny. After watching the video, you can't help but shake your head slightly. This girl is really amazing. After hearing you say that, Housie couldn't help but interject. Absolutely. Just by him making videos like this, not only did he steal the spotlight from you, at the same time, he also established his own righteous and dignified image. Regarding Housie's words, you nodded in agreement. Yes. With his professional analysis, people who don't know the truth will definitely be led astray by him. And they'll think he's a good guy. Hearing you say that, old Zhu and the others got even more anxious. I said, Chen Zi, Stop lamenting for now. Quickly think of a solution. If this keeps going on like this, something big will definitely happen. You can see that it's all just calling you a swindler. All scolding you for going against your conscience to ride the hype. And at this time, as old Zoo refreshed the video again, he discovered that this video, which had just been released, had already surpassed 1 million views in a short time. It seems things have really gotten serious. Old Zoo couldn't help but exclaim. Although you also feel a bit anxious. You're not afraid of being caught up in this drama. You're not afraid. If you're given another chance to prove your ability again, then all the criticism online will disappear immediately. It's just the opportunity to prove yourself again. Where to find it? Time passes by, with this video lazily posted by the vlogger, constantly being liked and reposted. The popularity of this video is getting higher and higher. It didn't take too long. Several topics about you on Weibo quickly topped the trending searches. As for Singer or Devil Singer, it's a blessing that the joke about jumping off the building didn't trigger anyone badly. The singing boy's initial motivation is extremely strong, just as several similar topics climbed to the top of Weibo's trending searches. Reporters from many online media outlets are already on their way to you at full speed. They don't care about what your initial motivation was. They only know that the news about you is trending too high. An interview is a must. Also at this time, Lin Yuchen called you. As soon as the call was connected, you heard from the other side of the phone Lin Yuchen with a shy and stumbling voice. Chen Zi, yesterday. The song you sang yesterday, could you also sing it for other depression patients? It turned out that Lin Yuchen followed Ji Yulanji to the hospital to find the doctor who had been treating her, and she has now had all kinds of tests redone. The diagnosis was both expected by Lin Yuchen and unexpected by Ji Yulanji and the doctor. She recovered. Not only Ji Yulanji didn't dare to imagine such a good result, but Dr. Wang, who had been treating Lin Yuchen, was equally shocked. Because of Lin Yuchen's depression, she had always been very familiar with it. Although the severity was not particularly high, recovering was by no means that simple. But now, only after a series of inquiries, did she learn the reason from Lin Yuchen and Ji Yulanji. It turned out that what made Lin Yuchen recover quickly was just a song. To be honest, Dr. Wang really couldn't believe it. Even though the living example was already in front of her, she still found it hard to believe. How could this be possible? Just listening to a song can cure depression? Dr. Wang has been practicing medicine for many years, and precisely because she is very professional, she looked at your singing yesterday with a strong critical eye. Basically, it was similar to what the video blogger Lanlin said. Originally, Dr. Wang really thought so. But now, she has to admit that your song did indeed produce a miraculous effect on Lin Yuchen. And that's why, after hesitating, she couldn't help but make a request to Lin Yuchen. That is, to ask you to sing that song again for her other patients. She wasn't seeking another miracle. She just wanted your singing to bring even a little bit of effect to her other patients. That would be of great help to her future medical research. And Lin Yuchen, after hearing Dr. Wang's request, was also very happy in her heart, because she had been depressed. So she understood the pain of depression even more. If your singing could help more people, she would definitely be very happy. But that was her thinking. But in front of Dr. Wang, she didn't give a definite answer. It's a good thing, but it also needs your consent. So that's why Lin Yuchen made this phone call to you. And you, naturally, wouldn't refuse at all. You were actually a bit worried about how to find an opportunity to perform again as soon as possible. Who knew things would work out this way? With your agreement, Lin Yuchen was very happy. Okay. Dr. Wang just told me that if you agree, then in 2 days. Continue listening to Lin Yuchen's stumbles. You're not in a hurry either. You know Lin Yuchen has this kind of problem, so she needs more practice. If you are impatient and keep interrupting Lin Yuchen, or if you let Lin Yuchen give the phone directly to that Dr. Wang and have Dr. Wang talk to you, that would definitely be a bad thing for Lin Yuchen. Maybe this little darling will be discouraged and have even more trouble speaking in the future. Again, come to the hospital with me again, because this time there are many things to say and it's slow. Lin Yuchen herself, at this moment, is also so anxious that she's sweating profusely. You can probably understand what Lin Yuchen's situation is now. So the tone of your voice is still calm, with a hint of tenderness. You want me to go with you again in 2 days? Does Dr. Wang need 2 days to contact all of her patients? Hearing what you said, Lin Yuchen immediately breathed a slight sigh of relief. Right. After saying that, she couldn't help but gently pat her chest. You couldn't see her small gesture, but you heard her slight exhale. At that moment, you couldn't help but smile again. Then tell Dr. Wang that I will definitely go with you on time in 2 days. Also, silly girl, the breakfast you made was delicious. I think this should also be my most memorable breakfast in my life. Silly girl. First time to Lin Yuchen to say the nickname silly girl directly. You were still a little embarrassed to say it. No. You're welcome. Then I'll hang up first. Soon the sound of the phone hanging up rang out. The smile on your face lingered for a long time. When you were feeling so happy, reporters from various online media arrived. A line of vehicles entered Yangcheng's only music academy. These reporters inquired all the way, and soon found out the location of your dormitory building. And at this moment, you and a few good brothers heard the news, and tidied yourselves up before going offline. Facing the sudden arrival of a large group of reporters, your mental state is still pretty good. At least on the surface, you seem quite calm. But your good brothers don't need to care too much about their image right now. They immediately started yelling and shouting again. Whoa, Sal. So many people actually came. A's. Brother, I'm only now truly experiencing the intensity of your heat. Burning. This isn't just a big hit. This is practically on fire. Facing the praises from Lao Zhu and Haozi, you wear a humble, fake smile on your face. But in your heart, you've already cursed out these animal brothers. Can't you guys restrain yourselves a little at a time like this? What do you mean by intensity of your heat? It's clearly popularity, okay? Do you even know how to use words? Is it intentional or accidental? And at this moment, the large group of reporters who rushed over finally see you, the main attraction. They don't care if the interview venue is formal or not anymore. There are too many colleagues here now. Getting first-hand information is the most important thing. Excuse me. Are you Mr. Chen Zi, the guy who saved people by singing yesterday? As the first reporter started, and received a clear answer from you, then came one question after another without stopping. The frequency of the questions was so fast that there were no gaps. And some even overlapped. You didn't even know which question to answer. Stop. Excuse me. Can we stop for a moment? There's no way. If such a noisy scene continues, even if you have the best mental state, it won't do any good. And as you said this, raising your voice, the scene finally calmed down a bit for the time being. But the large group of reporters in front of you still kept their eyes on you. I probably know what you want to ask me now. So why don't you hold off on the questions first? And let me speak for myself. After I'm done, if you have any other questions, we can supplement them one by one. Hearing what you said, none of the many reporters present objected, because they know that interviewing like that is useless. You saw that the reporters had no objections, took a slight breath, and then started responding positively to the negative voices online. Today, all kinds of negative topics about me online. I've read them all. Here, I, Chen Zi, will also respond directly. First, everyone is questioning my character, questioning my motives for singing yesterday. What I want to say is, whether you believe it or not, I myself have a clear conscience. That song is my own original. I think this song can definitely help Lin Yuchen. So I sang it at the time. It's my honor to be able to save Lin Yuchen. And it's her own great fortune. I know everyone still suspects my ability. And this is the second point I want to respond to now. Paused slightly. Your face also became more serious. My singing may not have much power, but I believe it must have some effect, more or less. If everyone even doubts this point, then great. I just received an invitation from Lin Yukin's attending physician. 2 days later, I will go to the hospital to sing songs for more patients with depression. Is my singing just to please the crowd? Or is it actually useful? Everyone can just wait and see. Have you finished speaking? The group of reporters in front of the academy dormitory building got excited. Sure enough, a new explosive point has appeared. Isn't this exactly the new explosive point they wanted? Regarding the negative comments from various reports online, Chen Zi actually responded directly. Not only did he directly say that Lin Yuchen was saved by her singing, but he also said that her singing does have a certain degree of healing effect. If this isn't an explosive point, what else could be? They don't care why you would say that. They care even less about why you seem so confident. As long as you dare to say it, dare to make such a response, then it is absolutely predictable that this response you made today will definitely detonate the internet completely. The heat of the topic might even reach a new high. But at this time, there are still other reporters who don't want to let you go so easily. Mr. Chen Zi, I have another question here. Can you answer it? You didn't refuse after hearing this. Ask. It's about the video of that video blogger, Lan Lan. Have you seen it? After a pause, the reporter continued. It can be said that all the negative comments about you online now are basically caused by that video of his. So I want to ask. What's your opinion on the video he released? Hearing the reporter's question, you didn't think too much. I can only say, the content of his video is too petty and mean. A base person judging a noble one. Seemingly logical deductions, but actually filled with deep subjectivity. The words spoken are mostly based on subjective thinking. Pure speculation. With no substantial evidence at all. Speaking of this, you paused. And a smile suddenly appeared on your face again. Also, he said in the video that I was seeking attention by singing at the suicide site, saying my motives were impure. Whether what he said is right or not, let's not discuss it for now. I can present evidence later. What I want to say now is, after the news about me and Lin Yuchen came out, he immediately released such a video. What was his initial motive? Was it really just to criticize me? I don't think so. To borrow his own words, criticizing the guy online who was singing at the scene of a suicide attempt. That's got to be huge. That's such a high-profile real-world news event. After you said that, a lot of the reporters there were amused. Now their annual traffic performance can basically be completed with this event. So they are in a good mood. And also relaxed. Got the answer they wanted. The reporters didn't ask any other questions. However, so many people came. Including more than just reporters. There were also several heads of contracts from video software companies. And several heads of contracts from music player software companies. But because of the sudden change in online sentiment, it also made them a little hesitant for a while. Originally, with your current popularity, plus your musical level is indeed very high, signing an exclusive authorization or something like that would definitely be a guaranteed profit. But now considering your reputation, it might go to another extreme. They still couldn't help but hesitate. In case they just finished signing the contract, and you immediately became very unpopular, or even directly banned, then they would lose big time. You didn't really notice these people until the reporters left. After those in charge of signing contracts hesitated and left, you went back to the dormitory with a few of your good bros. Given the current situation, they're not really in the mood to listen to lectures. Even you yourself need to think carefully about what song you should choose for your performance in 2 days. And as time slowly passes, the interview you just gave in front of the Academy's dormitory building starts to be revealed online bit by bit. Before long, many more topics related to you once again top the popularity charts on various online platforms. The video of your interview has also been edited in various ways and posted within these topics. In summary, there are still mostly people cursing online. But with your response, at least some people are willing to stand up and speak for you. Although there are few of them. And at this moment, the video creator Lanlan herself is overjoyed after seeing your latest response. She was previously afraid that you wouldn't accept her challenge. As long as you dare to accept her challenge, won't her next wave of traffic come again? At this moment, she's not just happy. She's also hastily preparing her latest video. Because you're about to be embroiled in a self-proving storm, you must ensure the health of your voice. At least warm up your voice every day. It just so happens there are no classes this afternoon. So you went to the school's practice room. You need to prepare well for the concert in 2 days. Although you have the system in hand, it's always good to prepare more yourself. Arriving at the practice room, without any extra words, you started practicing singing directly. I am the nameless person on this road. I have no news, no one comments. Have to use everything to exchange for an ordinary script. Twists and turns are nothing but strange. I am the person who left the small town. The person who eats alone with a smile. The person on the road, the Yang family's person. The cry of the city background. I just want to touch it myself. Forget every moment I wanted. The footprints of the remaining stones. Is it worth it? If you also want to feel this choking, then we are friends on the same path. The reason to stand tall. But ordinary and common. Mysterious people. I toast you a glass of wine. To your silence. And every roar. To you who is playing around. Go up the mountain and leave behind. Living hard, reaching for the sky. You come from a village in the south. From rough and calloused hands. You stand in the gaps of leaky rain. But you didn't back down. I come from a spring in the north. From one step, one last look. Behind me, a farewell intersection. Warming every sunset. When home remains still. After the train arrives. The wind from childhood blows. Remembering simple joy. On familiar streets. Someone will use all their tenderness. To call out your name. I come from a village in the north. From one step, one last look. Behind me, a farewell intersection. Warming every sunset. On familiar streets. Someone will use all their tenderness to call out your name. I come from a village in the north. From one step, one last look. This is hard to believe. Even with Lin Yukin's situation right in front of her. Gu Lanji is still a little skeptical. Because Lin Yuchen is, after all, in front of the entire depressed population. Isolated cases don't mean anything. And that's exactly what Gu Lanji is worried about. In your interview video she just watched. You've already made your claims. You directly stated that your singing has a certain healing effect. If your concert in 2 days doesn't create another miracle, then it's predictable. Your future situation will definitely be bad. Being attacked online might be the least of your problems. Lin Yuchen also explained anxiously. As long as Chen Zi recreates yesterday's concert effect, it should be fine. But I'm afraid. Gu Lanji hasn't experienced the shocking effect of your live performance. So she doesn't quite understand what Lin Yuchen is saying. But she can tell. Her daughter is also worried about you. Don't be afraid, sweetie. Isn't your mom here? Gu Lanji smiled slightly. Looking at her with affection. Chen Zi is your savior. And your first friend since you were 5. How could mom just stand by and watch others slander her? Speaking of which. Gu Lanji gently stroked Lin Yukin's little face. Then she took out her phone. Her expression turned serious. And her voice revealed the aura of someone in a high position. Xiao Chen, contact the reporters for me. Just say the mother of the depressed girl wants to speak out for her daughter's savior. The order was quickly conveyed. After thinking, Gu Lanji found Dr. Wang's number again. Dr. Wang. I don't know if you've seen the online topics about Chen Zi. But I think, if possible, you could also stand up and speak for Chen Zi. Specific details. We can meet again to discuss. The incident is escalating. Before Gu Lanji's actions could begin, more and more negative comments about you are appearing online. Even many professional doctors have come forward. At this time, in the boys' dormitory of Yangcheng Conservatory of Music, Lao Zhu and the others also discovered the new ghosts and monsters emerging online. Hey, Chen Zi. Come and see this. Good grief. Even some professional doctors are coming out to criticize you. You heard the noise. Took the phone and looked at it. It really was. You see Weibo accounts marked with the certification of some hospital. All righteously reprimanding him. Saying all sorts of things. But their core idea is the same. That's you spreading rumors. Singing heals diseases. That's complete nonsense. To put it bluntly, you're just a clown talking nonsense. Don't anyone believe him. Whoever believes him is an idiot. And as a result of these professional doctors' actions, not only has the negative online opinion against you been pushed to a new high, but at the same time, they have also gained a lot of attention for themselves, obtaining a lot of traffic benefits. After you finished reading what these doctors said, you didn't care too much. But Lao Zhu and the others started to worry again. Z. The commotion online is getting bigger and bigger. You absolutely must not screw up the concert in 2 days. Wen Yan smiled calmly again. Don't worry. I never screw up at critical moments. However, the situation online now is not entirely one-sided. Wait a little longer. Lin Yukin's mother will speak out for me. So you were chatting with Lin Yuchen just now. You already knew through Lin Yuchen what Gu Lanji is doing now. Although in your opinion, these are not really necessary. It's still nice to have someone care and worry. Just as you were thinking this, your phone suddenly rang. And it's clear at first glance. You can't help but shudder slightly. Almost forgot. This new identity of yours after transmigrating has a family. Unlike before transmigrating, you were just an orphan with no relatives. So, at this moment, you, who never had any relatives before, feel really complicated. The instant you answer the phone. Sister Wei,